Okay, next you're going to take the 1-inch ⅛ screw with the washer, and you're going to come up from the bottom in the Z table, and you're going to take the stop post and screw it on to the, and you're going to leave it a little bit loose. And you're going to do the same for this one over here. Okay, and leave it a little loose. Once we, if the solder pot has not been leveled to the table, now is the time to level it to the table. We're going to put the standoffs into the bushings, and then we're going to tighten down the pot. Tighten down those standoffs 4 times each corner. Then you're going to test the solder pot to make sure it does not rock. If the solder pot rocks in any direction, you will take a shim in the direction it rocks and place it under the bushing or under the standoff until the pot does not rock. So we have the pot is leveled. Once the solder pot has been leveled, now we want to tighten down the solder pot stop bar posts. Tighten those down, and you're going to do that 2 times so that they are fitted into the pot. To align the multiple pots to the stop pins, you should loosen all 4 of the standoff screws and seat the pot so it's seated with the stop pin, and then go ahead and retighten all 4 screws, and that way it'll align every pot you have to those stop pins. Front panel door, and then you're going to put in the receiving bar, and it's going to use ⅛-inch, ⅛-20, ⅛-20 2-inch bolts 4 times. You're going to use a 3/16 wrench, and you're going to tighten down the bar to the machine. And notice the pin orientations are in the upward position. Okay, you want to adjust using the back screw, turn it clockwise, and it will raise the cart on that side. So when you adjust the cart using these back screws right here, turning them clockwise, you want to position the pin receiver to the pin as close as you can get it. When you have the pin receiver as close as you can get to the pins, you want to turn the cart around and follow the same procedure for the opposite side. Okay. Now the next step is to loosen the 8 screws, 4 on each side, with a 5/32 Allen wrench. The pin receiver bar will be slotted on the side, so it will have movement in the slotted position. So once you loosen all those screws, you want to take the cart and plug it into the pins. As seen. Once it's plugged into the pins, you want to go and tighten all of the screws in the slotted bar. Okay, once the cart has been aligned and all the screws are tightened, then you can remove the cart out and slide the cart in, making sure it seats all the way to the black bar so that the ring and the pin seat together completely. Next, you want to go into the manual control feature, and right below that is cart park. So your table can be any position, and then you press cart park and it will go to the proper position. Once the solder pot is in position on the table aligned with the cart so that the extractor can seat the pot cleats, we want to move the solder pot down so that the pot cleats move into the extractor. There, once they are down, we are going to want to clamp the clamps onto the clamp bar, and it should seat tightly. If it does not seat tightly, you use a 5/16 open-ended wrench, loosen one of the nuts, and adjust so that the clamp seats tightly. And you'll hear it snap. Okay, once you've seated the solder pot and it's clamped with the clamp bars, the next thing is to lower the solder pot table to the down position. You can do that by pressing the arrow key, page down, and the solder pot will go to the down position. Once it's in the down position, you can just briefly check and make sure everything's clear, and then pull the extractor with the solder pot out like so. You have a lock right here. You can push that lock down into the cart, and now everything is locked.